AGDQ 2011. The third Games Done Quick marathon and the first to feature Halo Combat Evolved. The run would be done by a notable runner at the time, Cody Miller. Though unknown at the time, it was later revealed that Cody Miller had spliced his full game runs.
Some of them are legendary. Okay, apparently some of them are legendary.
The estimated time for the speedrun was 2 hours.
It's pretty easy. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Alright, go time.
Let's stop.
Oh, there you go, start it again before you're ready.
Just have to get a few extra seconds on there.
So, apart from being on Legendary, what's one of the hardest parts of running this game?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Let me get back to you.
The first mission, Pillar of Autumn, goes pretty smoothly, with a time of just under 9 minutes, and the run is off to a good start. Today, top runners will complete Pillar of Autumn in just under 5 minutes, though this is done with other bound tricks that are only possible on Halo Anniversary and not on Halo Classic. While the first mission did go smoothly, that'll quickly change once we get into the second mission, Halo.
Well, I'm not gonna use the what do you call it, the coolant trick, because you know, I just want to kill everybody.
In this mission, you're able to do a grenade jump up the side of a cliffside in the beginning, saving time and preventing enemies from spawning, and allowing you to simply walk to the second part of the mission. Cody says he does not want to do this as he just wants to kill everyone. As you can see, this clearly works out.
On serious difficulty, they do make you do stuff like hide and shoot. It's
what?
Oh, for me, that's a long time because of how long it can be.
This is where we first start to see Cody struggle, as he repeatedly dies to elites and can't progress further.
Alright, we've got a few more donations.
The drop from Halo 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kevin Beck decided that he'd give you something else since you're not doing talking, right?
I think your Marine shot.
$50 from Robert Steinfeld. Big money right there.
Let me see what happens.
I've forgotten how to do this part. Let's see. I'm gonna, maybe I should take out the 2 elites as soon as you know, I can do the next level on her. Oh, son of a bitch.
17 minutes in and Cody starts to think about lowering the difficulty down to heroic. If that sounds strange to you, it is. The only 2 difficulties that are really speedrun in Halo are easy and legendary. And people generally don't switch difficulties in the middle of runs.
Man, this isn't going well.
No.
So now enter donation. Easy. I got another
Kidding me.
Go ahead and change it back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
After 25 minutes, Cody decides to lower the difficulty to heroic. This means he will have to restart the mission, erasing 15 minutes of work and 2 minutes of progress.
We have a question, Cody.
Yes.
Doeslight asks, Cody, are you doing AOTCR Fall, Silent Cartographer launch, and or Keys Shield Bump?
Key shield bump, no. Assault in the control room, maybe. Silent cartographer, definitely.
Good.
I would go to legendary for the library.
Yeah.
Okay, Doeslight also asks, will Cody be willing to do 343 Guilty Spark Pacifist for a donation?
Right.
I don't know how to do that, run pacifist.
Sorry, he doesn't know how to do it.
Just under 43 minutes in, Cody completes Halo.
You do
2 missions down, 8 to go.
How hard would you consider this one compared to those? Just because I haven't practiced this game in like 2 years, this is pretty tough. And Sam Skinner, give him 5. Whoops.
Few
of us know her. Nice.
Sam Skinner. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, don't back up off a cliff.
What's that?
Oh, in our SDA form?
Yeah, this is nice.
Because it had its own sub forum for the last few months. I guess I'll do that.
Bob the Champ, only Cody Miller will be playing Halo. No one else is taking the controller.
Yep. And legendary, those guys are gold, so it's actually it can be somewhat more difficult on heroic.
Contrary to what Cody's saying, gold elites are actually the strongest elites in Halo. And this part is definitely not easier on legendary.
Highspeedhalo.net.
38. Is that for you want to sleep?
I got 138.
At least I'm not nervous anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry?
At least I'm not nervous anymore.
No, some more what?
I'm not nervous anymore.
Oh, right.
Ah, auto aim.
Oh.
Auto aim.
Here, Cody is attempting a grenade jump that will allow him to jump to the 3rd floor of the hangar, skipping a large portion of the level.
You know what, we'll just do this normally.
Though he quickly gives up and decides to do the level normally.
Okay, don't do that.
Do you not need to press that button?
There's a button.
What the arrow's pointed to?
This answers the question.
Like I said, I don't remember because I don't usually go this way.
Cody starts getting lost in the level as he deviates from the normal route. Though this is odd, as speedrunners usually still know the casual routes through missions.
I think this is as serious time as it was on Legendary before and after.
If you skip, the level ends here after this speech because it gets screwed up with the triggers.
Right, so it does save a
So
lot.
what exactly we're doing?
Oh, well.
So an hour and 21 minutes into the run, Cody beats Truth and Reconciliation. Cody was able to trigger the early ending of the mission, which generally only happens after making the previous grenade jump to the 3rd level. Though Cody didn't make the jump completely, he still went high enough to hit the trigger required to trigger this glitch, saving some time and bringing us to the 4th level, Silent Cartographer.
Actually explain a few things.
Maybe it just works if you try.
Had you actually run any Halo games before your famous Halo 2 Legendary?
I did some individual levels.
The run they're talking about here is a single segment deathless Halo 2 Legendary speedrun. If you played Halo 2, you know how brutal that Legendary difficulty can be. That's why his Halo 2 run was seen as such a big accomplishment. This run actually earned him a spot in the 2007 Guinness Book of World Records, and was verified by the very reputable Twin Galaxies. It was later found that he had actually cheated and spliced runs for this record, which is probably not a big surprise at this point.
What
Apologize for that.
Cody's about to try is a sequence break. Normally when you'd come down here,
You're not supposed to do
the door would lock before you could get through it. But if you
go around.
this does save a lot of time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh wow. Yeah, that skips a lot of levels.
So now,
Now another skip.
here comes the hard part. Ah, damn it.
Oh, you have to clip the little ledge and then land on the slope. Don't you?
Yep.
Oh wow, that's tricky. Oh man. That's really tricky.
Despite failing a few times, Cody eventually makes it down the drop and now must head back up to the surface.
I don't know about that. I'm just gonna go the hard way.
Only facts. Like, would you drive me there then? Yes, I would.
You know what? Yeah, we can do that.
10 seconds.
I've already messed
Oh,
up.
there's where I'm from.
You're about to log into this It's maybe an attempt to trick. What?
Are you kidding?
I'm kidding.
Wow.
I had a feeling that.
You wouldn't have none of it. See it coming.
Watch out.
An hour and a half in and Silent Cartographer is done in one of the fastest missions you'll see this run, 8 minutes. Now it's time for Assault on the Control Room. This is probably the part of the run where it starts to get really messy. I know that might be surprising because we're an hour and a half into a 2-hour run and we're not even halfway done, but trust me.
Happens.
Cody is going to try and drop off a bridge early in this mission. This will prevent enemy spawns and is a major time save.
It's nice with the save system that he gets to try this stuff over and over again.
That was even closer.
A lot of luck.
Very good precision and luck.
Ah, barely.
How much time did that save?
It's the difference between doing a level in 20 minutes versus 5.
Nice.
There you go.
Yes.
Now he has to do another fall. Oh. Yeah, I had to go on for
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking the same thing.
It would be ridiculous if that worked.
Cody once again fails trying to go for the trick and decides to do the mission normally. If you'll notice the timer, Cody had spent about 7 minutes trying this bridge jump. After dying on the normal row of the mission, Cody decides to come back and try the bridge
You know what?
jump
I'm
a
gonna
few more
try
times.
this again.
I was gonna say.
All right, let's move on.
Was it the warthog that killed you?
I'm not sure.
I was gonna say, I think he got sniped or something.
I just picked up a helmet.
Oh, it's
yeah.
the Banshee.
Oh.
This is about where you would have dropped down. Isn't it?
Yeah, but none of these guys would have been here. Oh wait, I didn't know they would all be there.
That time was easy.
Yeah.
I gotta take this slow.
You had to jinx it.
Okay, I can't do that. Yeah, see, this is, you can go right to this part because you can grab the Banshee there
Oh, that's where you skipped to then.
when there's nobody in the level.
Oh, that's impressive.
It makes it so much shorter.
Because you don't go through the triggers.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
So,
I know, I
so
forgot.
the day of him doing
See, if I had enough health, I could grenade jump to the other side and run across, and it's easier, but I don't have any health. I can't do that.
Over here so I can actually see it better. And that was from there.
Yeah, the game just.
Okay, Cody, there's someone in the chat who wants you to stand still in a corner for 10 minutes. Because he's going to donate $1,000 if you don't die for 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
So just find a spot and stand still for 10 minutes. Because he thinks that's better. I don't know. I thought
Starting now.
people wanted to see action on the stream.
At this part of the mission, Cody's going to try and get to the Banshee before the elites can get there. He could then take the Banshee and fly it down to the next section of the mission and clear out the enemies there much quicker.
You know... Nice.
Oh wow, is that actually like a shortcut? Getting that Banshee? Because I don't think they're meant to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the elite's supposed to get it before you.
That's what I thought. Oh wow.
Is that I always would skip
The rest of the
cutscenes
levels are
and
so
had
much
no idea
easier.
what was going on.
Oh, Cortana, what is
cool guy.
this? And that's the story.
Really aren't easy enough to make the story interesting.
Oh man, put you back
Yeah,
here.
like I mean, I just sit there and just mash the button.
Of Halo inside of Halo. So.
What about Inside Out Halo?
Donate that you leave the comment on the chip and not the...
Oh.
Oh man, really?
So I think speedrunning actually makes you a worse gamer because then you just automatically think you can go through games just like super fast the first
Yeah,
time.
I have
When
that
you're playing-
problem.
when you're playing something like this, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
just
what-
run past this part.
That's
And
what
then
I do a lot,
actually-
Well, yeah, because see, my
I
problem is
don't
I never
have that
play
problem
this
yet.
part, you know?
Yeah, I do.
Every platformer I play.
Cody beats the mission 2 hours and 20 minutes into the
How
run
long
and
have I
is
been
now
doing this?
halfway
Who's
done.
keeping the time?
Patience for 100%ing every game that
Easier from now on.
Oh, much easier from now on.
So as we start the 6th mission, 343 Guilty Spark, Cody mentions that it'll be much easier from now on. And if you remember from earlier, Cody had said he'd go up to Legendary for the next mission, the library. It's also in this part of the run where Cody stops trying to do any form of time saves and kinda just walks through the rest of the levels. Meaning the run is pretty much just a casual playthrough at this point.
Does anyone ever know death?
On Halo 2, yeah, but not on this.
Not single segment.
I did in Halo 2, single segment.
When you're the first guy to do Halo 2.
At this point in the run, Cody starts to get repeatedly lost and seems to have no idea where he's heading.
See, now I've forgotten my way. See, now I'm like actually legitimately lost.
People want to hear your voice more, MTN.
What? I have to start back here?
Yeah. No, but they want to sing.
Could I just finish later?
You could switch it down.
Drop if you wanted to.
Normal? Yeah. Did I just take... I just took myself back to...
When someone in Electroshock wants
I'm lost.
login Ustreamer.
Cody finishes 343 Guilty Spark at about 2 hours and 41 minutes into the run. After finishing the mission, he decides to lower the difficulty one more time to normal. The next mission is the library. Cody said multiple times that he was going to play this mission on legendary difficulty, but given that we are 40 minutes overtime with 3 missions left to go, it makes sense why he chooses to lower it down to normal. Though this doesn't stop him from dying a few more times.
Just for that scene of all the
Yeah, go to High Speed Halo and you can actually see me look good.
Halo, yeah. I'll check it out.
I actually did go to highspeedhalo.net, and this was the first thing I seen. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything speedrunning related, so I guess we'll just have to take his word on it. Cody finishes the library at 3 hours and 6 minutes into the run. We have 3 missions left and we're already an hour and 6 minutes over the estimated time. The next mission is 2 betrayals, one of the harder missions for casual players and one of the longest missions in the game.
Yeah.
Seems like they'd be into this kind of thing.
Yeah, just pretty much.
I think he means like.
Yeah, I know what he means, but...
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh.
I think he needs some help.
I know, I do.
No.
What? Because you can, if you grab a ghost, you can push the ghost through the wall there and kind of break the rest of the level. It's pretty cool. You know what, I should do the
I was
ghost.
gonna say, are you just gonna Tyson the rest of the level?
No, here, I'm gonna do the ghost thing. I always try to.
Don't have like a, I think 24 hours.
Give a hint.
I know you guys are hating me right now.
No. It's the final run. Well, they were just there.
Uh-oh. Do I get out on the right side or the left side? I can't remember.
Left side.
3 hours and 49 minutes into the run, we are done with 2 betrayals and now on to keys.
Alright, so how long have I been doing this?
3.
I love you guys for putting up with me.
The time we lost here.
Oh yeah, and see, I have to do the whole thing because I can't do the shield. Well, last level I'm good at, so no worries there.
But why can't you just...
You know what? I have no idea where I'm going. I will be
charging and... That's the second time we've had a runner saying...
I will be totally honest. I have no idea what is...
like, number one thing you only hear a runner saying is, where am I going? No, number one thing
I'm gonna do that in Ninja Gaiden. Where am I going?
No.
I can't figure this game out.
Right, times left.
Just over 4 hours into the run and we are finally on the last mission in the game, the Maw. I should note that this run has now doubled the estimated time and we still have a mission to go.
It depends on the discs, actually. Like, if you try to play
Alright, so I
radio
think I
feature
still remember most of the tricks on here.
Squidward, I think.
He's not
No,
so
I think
giant. He's
Squidward would
kind
be
of
helping
average
Master
size.
Chief at that.
Oops.
Hey, can I donate for Food Nipple?
Whoa.
For what?
Food Nipple,
And that is...
an Easter egg.
I'm gonna say no on the food nipple. I just want to get this done.
Fair enough, fair enough.
You even, like, are in the vicinity of that grenade. You're gonna be incinerated.
Mine is going
Wait,
to be-
one more fusion reactor to go.
Yeah, I don't think you shot the first one.
Yeah, I didn't remember seeing...
It's
yeah,
it let me in
Resident
here,
Evil
so...
will be,
Can you pull off the 360 on the jump?
I'll try.
And then I still love the arrow that was pointed at us when we were driving.
Yeah.
The arrow that went like this.
Pony it up, pony it up.
And I'm like,
$5.
What is this?
Do we not have a thing yet?
Tell you what, you give it to me and I'll do it via PayPal if you want.
Guess what, guys?
Eligible for the draw.
What's that, like 4.5 hours? No problem, yeah.
So after 4 hours and 17 minutes, the run is over. And if that's the last you think we've seen with Cody Miller, guess again. Cody was actually invited back to AGDQ 2012, where he would speedrun Halo Reach on Legendary. Though we didn't have to lower the difficulty this time, he was still 22 minutes over his estimated time. That's it for me. Thank you for watching.